Train Sim World 5, the greatest train simulator for people like me who just love trains. And I'm here to tell you that Train Sim World 5 is now available on PlayStation, Xbox, Game Pass, Steam, and even Epic Game Stores. So no matter what platform you're on, you can buy the game by clicking on the link in the description down below. The free starter pack edition is available until January of 2025, and Train Sim World 5 is on Game Pass for all Xbox players. Thank you Train Sim World 5 and Dovetail Games for sponsoring this video. Now, it's time to choo. So today we're going to jump into a brand new line. We're going to choose a route and we're going to take part in the West Coast Main Line, Preston to Carlisle. A part of one of the brand new DLCs that recently released, we get to drive a train from Preston to Carlisle. And from the brief description, it says we have over 100 miles to drive set in the late 1980s. So this is going to be a throwback to the past, and we'll jump into a scenario to spice things up a little bit, and I think we'll take on the Christmas relief train. So we need to operate a train that's going to have Christmas relief for all those busy passengers traveling from Preston to Carlisle, but we got to take extra care as it's going to be rather snowy. So let's take on the tap changer scenario. We're going to be choo-chooing in the Class 87, and we are going to be driving on the West Coast Main Line from Preston to Carlisle as part of the recent DLC. So without further ado, let's get started. The tap changer scenario. So this is where it's all now going to begin. So today you're operating an additional service carrying passengers home for Christmas. Start your shift by speaking to the station foreman. Now, where is he? Oh, he's just over here. Oh, he looks rather smart, doesn't he? So talk to the station foreman and talk to the station foreman. Okay, sweet. So, hello, sir. I am requesting information off you, Squire. Thank you for agreeing to do some overtime. Okay. Did I agree to overtime? Oh, no. You'll be working a special service that is following the normal 1817 to Glasgow. I expect you'll be chasing it all the way. Thank you for letting me know. So I'll be chasing the 1817 to Glasgow. So I'm assuming we have to wait for that train to arrive, that train to then depart, for me to hop in the train behind it. That will ultimately... Oh, is this it? I'm not sure if this is it here. I don't know if that's it right now. I'm not sure which is north and south. But then I have to follow it all the way up. So basically, I'm a relief train. I'm carrying the extra passengers that don't fit on the train beforehand. Now, there's a couple of passengers on the platform. I see more arriving in the distance, so it is starting to get a little bit busier. I hear another train. Is this it? Oh no, this is a cargo train passing through the station right now. Oh, it's a very busy station, boys. I can see all the smoke as well and all the heat coming off the trains. It really does kind of feel like winter. He's dressed for winter right now. And, oh, here's another train. Is this the 1817? I think the 1817 has to depart. Oh, look at that, boys. Does that... I mean, this could be it. This could be the train that either I'm going to be operating, or it could be the train that I'm following. We'll have to wait. We still got a few moments. Oh, that cargo train's still going through. So here's the end of it right now. That's out of here, boys. So we're ultimately just waiting then. Oh. Is that another train coming down? I think I can see the lights in the distance of maybe another train on the way. I think I can, but it's also... Oh, it's getting very busy. So, assuming by the amount of passengers lining up on this side of the platform, I'm going to assume that that is the platform I'll be departing from, and these are all the passengers I will be transporting as a relief effort to reduce the congestion on the line. Right, so we're pretty much waiting for our train to arrive then, by the sounds of it. And... oh, that's the 1817 now departing. So that's out of here. There's another train just arriving right now, which I'm going to assume that's the one that I'm operating. So I'm taking over the shift. Oh no, that train's just departed. I'm taking over the shift then of this next driver. So I need to get down here as quick as I can to take over and do my overtime for this Christmas period. Oh, the horns. Oh, can you see the snow outside as well? Right, that train's now departing. That's the 1817, which is the train I'll mainly be chasing down. Right, the driver in there is going to go take his break in just a moment. But this is the snow. The snow is slowly falling. The snow is slowly falling, guys. This is very wintry. Right, driver's now gone on his break, or he's finished his shift and he's gone home to his loving family. And I'm now ready to step in and take over. So first things first, then we're going to open the door so we can get in. As all the passengers now get on themselves, we're going to step in, close the door, and get ourselves all situated nice and comfortably. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. We're in Preston right now, boys. So I got to first turn the master key on. There we go. We're going to set the main switch to forward, which, there we go. We're going to move and set the train brake to the first application, which is about there. And then we're going to have to wait until 18, 19, 30. Or 19 minutes past 8. 19 minutes, 30 seconds past 8 right now is where we're going to wait. And I'm assuming until we can kind of close the doors once all the passengers are all fully loaded up. And then skedoodle out of here. So the train that we're chasing down has just departed. We've got so many passengers on this train right now as a relief train. It's a very busy time of year, this wintry, Christmassy period. It's a very busy time of year. And while we are waiting, it's, again, another opportunity to say, appreciate Train Sim World 5 and Dovetail Games for sponsoring this video. And you can grab your copy of the game with the link down below in the description. Appreciate it, guys. Right, we now get to lock the door. So it looks like my right-hand side is open. So if I'm not mistaken, is it T? Not T, it's U, isn't it, as the controls. Doors locked, yep. And we're now going to prepare to move. So we need to set the train brake now to running. There we go. And then we're going to set the controller node to notch up, which is just there. And are we now good to go? Are we now ready to move the throttle? I always forget which is the throttle in this train. That's now set to forward. Can I go? I'm now moving. Ever so slowly, I'm now moving. This is where I start to get slightly nervous. Right, we've notched up. We are now slightly moving. And we seem to have 21 miles to go to get to our next platform. Well, we best make a move. We've illuminated the cabin lights right now so we can see what's going on from the inside. But the snow is slowly starting to splatter on the windows. So we need to turn our wipers on. So we set it to a run mode right now. And turn on safety systems to receive additional points. Oh no, where's my safety systems? I've acknowledged it. Was that enough? Right, it's all now systems go. I think it makes it a little bit more difficult in the dark. But this adds even more to the realism right now. We are now chugging along at a nice, steady 18 miles an hour. Right, we can try and speed it up a bit more, but, you know, we'll just slightly cruise up to speed before we go anything too ridiculous. Now, we're supposed to get there for 1840, and I've got 20 miles now remaining. So we're coming up to a little bit of a tunnel right now. We should have our headlights on, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, headlights off, headlights on. They don't do much for us, but I'm not expecting to see... If I see any trains, then, you know, then there's trouble. But until then, we're kind of okay. So we'll increase the throttle slightly now. Ever so slightly we'll increase it. And we should then start picking up a little bit more speed. And we're eventually going to cross over to a 110 mile an hour speed limit. But so far, so good. Now, we'll keep the cabin illuminated so I can see where all the buttons are, in case I need to press something suddenly. We're now up to 32. So we'll raise it a little bit further. There we go. That should pick up a little bit more speed for us. And then we're slowly chewing down the tracks. Now, I don't want to go too quick that I catch up the train in front. I want to provide a good service, but I don't want to provide that good of a service. But so far, so... So, let's take a look at the outside then. It's very dark around here, so we can't see much. It is getting quite late in the evening. We've just crossed over a road right there with a car driving through. You can just about see me right now in the driver's seat, as we now slowly make our way down this line, which is pretty good. So, we've got a total of 90 miles currently remaining. We'll increase the speed ever so slightly right now as we have the freedom to do so. And like I said, as the conductor said, boys, we're slowly catching up the train in front. So we're now up to almost, there we go, 60 miles an hour. And we've got exactly, or less than 14 minutes to do our 19 miles. So try and do some math right there. 60 miles an hour. I'm doing 1 mile a minute, if my calculations are correct. And by that logic, we don't have enough speed, so let's pull it up a little bit higher. We'll get to about 70 odd, and hopefully that... So we're approaching 110 miles an hour, which we might need to take it down a couple of notches. Not too much, though. Just solely because I don't want to break the speed limit, which will be quite bad. Quite bad. So taking it nice and easy, 13 miles to go. And I think we're going to get there on time. I think as this relief train makes its way to where it needs to go, we're doing a fantastic... Now, the snow is hitting the window a little bit more at this speed. So is it a case of we can turn our wipers up a little bit more? Yeah, that works out a bit better. So we are skedoodling. We are making some serious progression. We're at the 100-mile-an-hour mark right now. I've kind of put it into coast mode, if that's what you want to call it, and it's allowing it to maintain its current speed, but it is slowly slowing down. I don't know whether that's a good thing or not. So I might try and bring it up a bit more, just so we can have some form of power running through the actual engine itself. But we are... Oh, there's a train. I forgot to do the horn. There we go. I tooted at him. It was a cargo train. It was a cargo train. So we are just over halfway to our destination. No major hiccups just yet. We're 9.5 minutes away from our final arrival time, which I feel like at over 60 miles an hour, a mile a minute, 10 to go, add 10 on. We're still behind on a 60 mile an hour limit, but we're doing 96, so that's where you catch up everywhere. You catch up on all of it. 10 miles to go. So we've just under 5 miles now to go for our destination. We're cruising at a nice 77. We were doing over 100 at one point, but I've started to bring the speed down slightly. We've applied a little bit more of the throttle just to kind of maintain what we're doing. But we do need to think about starting to bring down the speed. So I'm going to notch it down a couple. We'll bring it down to... Actually, we'll probably actually bring it all the way down to just glide for the next 4 miles. We've got plenty of time in the bank right now. We've got over 6 minutes, 20 seconds-ish to do 4 miles. Looking at the side right now, the window wipers are going a little bit more crazy because the snow is starting to come down a little bit more thicker. We're arriving inside of the area right now because you can kind of start to see a few more buildings appearing. We're arriving in Lancaster. The Lancaster Platform 3 is which we're going to. And like I said, we'll probably need to start bringing down the speed shortly anyway. So we're kind of coasting right now, just allowing the train's natural momentum to keep us moving. But it is, with the friction on the train tracks, gonna slowly cause it to slow down. It was at 75, it's now at 74 miles an hour, now down to 73. So that'll just be a nice gradual kind of decline down. As long as I'm above 60, because at 60 miles an hour, I'm basically doing a mile a minute. And that's the bare minimum I require right now to get there on time. And that's all I require at this point. So with 2.9 miles now to go at 71 miles an hour, we are slowly making our way in. If I view from the outside, oh, we are hurtling down, boys. I look so fabulous inside of the cabin right now. So fabulous. Right, down to 69. And the speed limit is also dropping down to 75 as well at some point. We might need to do some acknowledgement of what's going on around us. We are slowly bringing this puppy down, but we're getting there. 2.2 miles currently now to go. We're doing 67, so it's way below the speed limit required. So let me just do some acknowledgements, even though I don't need to do any acknowledgements right now. We're still skadoodling down. 1.8 miles to go. We're now at 66. And as soon as we get to about a mile left to go, we'll then start probably applying the brakes, which will then nicely glide us in to our platform. Fingers crossed. But actually, we do have a red light coming up, which I'm just realizing. So I might just apply the brakes, because we do have a red signal coming up shortly. So I'm not sure whether that is for the platform in question that we're approaching to, because the train's already at the platform. So it could be I'm so far ahead of schedule right now. I'm just going to kind of slow us down a bit. And let me get rid of it and just go back to running. So we'll just naturally take our momentum to keep us going. But we've got a mile to go, and that signal is less than a mile away. So it could be that we're going to have to stop, because the train in front of us that we were meant to be catching or hunting down is actually, boys, currently in the way from us getting to our destination. So we'll apply it. We'll slow down. It's a bit difficult to see where the actual signal is. I don't feel like we're anywhere near this signal just yet. But we'll glide in nicely. We will glide in nicely right now and just wait for that to turn green. I can acknowledge, even though it doesn't mean anything at the moment. It's good practice just to kind of keep your finger on the pulse. And... oh, no, wrong button. Go to running. So we're gliding in. I could apply a little bit of throttle. And, oh, there we go. I can just see the red light now. You can just about see it there. The red signal. So, yeah, the train that we've been catching and hunting down has definitely just ahead of the platform, and we're now waiting for it to depart itself. So bring that speed down. I don't want to hit the signal. So we're going to kind of gradually roll. Actually, we'll apply 50% brake right now. And I probably won't go any further than where we currently then stop. And then we just wait. Wait for our turn to go into the platform. We're just waiting for it to give it our green light. We've stopped way before we need to. But it just kind of helps us out slightly. Gives a little bit more breathing space in case I hit the signal. Right. It needs to hurry up because I've got just over a minute to go. Right, it's giving us the orange ambery light right now. That's green in my eyes. That light is green in my eyes. So the train has definitely left the platform right now. It's definitely left the platform. So we'll now speed up slightly. The signal after is now red, so that shows me that the train is just leaving that area. And we're going to bring it in to platform 3. I'm only now late because of the train beforehand. And that should take me exactly where I need. Past it we go. And then get ourselves nicely all lined up. So I'm going to bring it right down. It's now gone from miles to yards. And just get ready, boys. Just get ready. 800 yards to go. Hopefully we can line this up beautiful. We're doing 19, so we'll apply the first application. Just to slightly bring us down a bit. We still got 700 yards to go, so you could argue we're braking a little bit too late. But I'd rather get this perfect, okay? We've come all this way. We can probably turn the wipers down a little bit. There we go. We've come all this way. We want to make sure that we get it perfect. Okay, we want to make sure that we get it perfect. So we're running now. Reduce any friction on the brakes. So we nicely glide in. Turning to the left, as you can see, we're switching over the train tracks. Easy does it. Easy does it. And this relief train for the Christmas traffic has finally approached the station. So, easy. We are slightly speeding, but first application back in again. I like that to kind of slowly now bring us down. There's a lot of people on the other side of the platform there. First application is applied, which should allow us to run nicely along the platform before we need to apply any more brake than what we need. We're down to 13 miles an hour. 12. 11. 10. And this should just be nice. It should just be nice. I might run it a little bit. Just to take that slight momentum. I don't want to apply any more throttle. I just want its momentum to run all the way to the end. Here we go. So get ready. You ready? You ready? Yeah. First application again. And then we'll apply all the brakes. There we go. Objective complete. So we need to unlock the doors on the left-hand side, if I'm not mistaken. Which is that one. I should be able to now... I can open the window. That's not what I was after. But I've got to do the master switch. So the master switch is... Oh no, we got to load passengers, right? Is that what we're doing first? I believe so. So I could actually jump out and have a little look. Open the doors. Climb down. Snow on the platform. Passengers getting on and off. And I would say, considering that I'm only going to Lancaster at the moment, that has been very, very successful. Very successful. So just loading the passengers, then got to lock the doors, and then we'll be beginning our journey all the way to Carlisle. Now, as another train next to me has just arrived. That looks like a small little commuter local line there. We are now ready to go all the way to our next platform, our next station on this epic journey to Carlisle. If you want to see more, then make sure you smash that like button down below. It really does help me out. I really do appreciate it. And let me remind you that Train Sim World 5 is available on multiple platforms, and you can grab your very own copy with the link in the description. Thank you so much to Train Sim World 5 and Dovetail Games for sponsoring this video. Grab your copy and get those savings on all the DLCs with the link down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So goodbye.